morning, ambassadors and high commissioners from around 80 countries will be visiting the headquarters of Bharat Biotech in Hyderabad city. The focus will be on the assessment of India's COVID-19 vaccine development program. India's Ministry of Foreign Affairs says that it is an attempt to familiarize the envoys with key vaccine research being done in the country. Officials have been asked to make arrangements following all COVID-19 protocols. The one-day visit has been organized by India's Ministry of External Affairs. The Chief Secretary of Telangana State, Somesh Kumar, has held a meeting and discussed the arrangements that need to be made for this high-profile visit. India's Foreign Secretary, Harshvardhan Shringla, met with 190 heads of diplomatic missions earlier and briefed them on India's action plan. The Indian Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, has asserted time and again that a COVID-19 vaccine will be ready within weeks. The government has begun mapping out cold chain storage facilities and logistics to ensure quick delivery of the vaccine. This is because most of the vaccine candidates and frontrunners require cold storage with temperatures ranging from 2 degrees Celsius to minus 80 degrees Celsius. Delhi and Hyderabad airports' air cargo services are also likely to be rolled in to facilitate mass distribution of these vaccines. The Delhi airport, for instance, is Good Distribution Practice certified. It means that it has the required infrastructure in place to handle temperature-sensitive cargo. The Indian Air Force has also said that it is willing and prepared to pitch in and deliver the vaccine to the farthest end of the country. After the Serum Institute of India, Bharat Biotech also sought approval for restricted emergency use of its vaccine candidate called Covaxin. It is India's first indigenously developed vaccine. The company is now conducting phase 3 trials to determine the efficacy of its candidate, and India is expected to facilitate the manufacturing and supply of the vaccine. New Delhi had organized training programs of clinical trials, which was attended by 90 experts from around 8 countries. India has also provided aid to countries including the Maldives, Mauritius, Madagascar, Sudan, Eritrea, to name just a few. Now, for more on this, we are being joined by our principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibal, live from New Delhi. A very good morning to you, Siddhant. Now, ambassadors from around 80 countries will be visiting India to review its vaccination program with a special focus on its indigenous vaccine, Covaxin, of course. Tell us a little bit more about the preparations underway and how soon can a vaccine be ready for deployment in India?
Well, the race to vaccine is almost over. We know the Indian Prime Minister has already said last week that in a few weeks' time that there could be an announcement. And Hyderabad is one place where everyone is looking forward to, given the fact that, as you just mentioned, that India is developing its first locally manufactured vaccine there by Bharat Biotech. And this is one of the locations where the envoys will be visiting. In fact, the envoys have left New Delhi just a short while ago and will be reaching Hyderabad in about an hour time, where the one-day visit will begin. And this is an outcome of the meeting which took place in the month of November by Foreign Secretary, in which he described how India is going about the entire process. This is important because, remember, amidst the COVID pandemic, India provided HCQ and paracetamol-like medicine to almost 150 countries. And now, of course, the world is looking towards India for a vaccine, especially developing countries. In fact, India's Foreign Secretary has been to countries like Myanmar, to Bangladesh, where the focus has been how India's vaccine can reach to these countries like Bangladesh and Myanmar. In fact, the Indian Prime Minister, during his famous speech at the United Nations General Assembly, talked about how India's vaccine is for the entire humanity. And that, of course, remains the focus, how India's vaccine is not only for the entire humanity, but also for many of its neighboring countries and for many African countries.
Absolutely. Now, Siddhant, India, of course, as you just said, is one of the biggest manufacturers of vaccines and remains a key player in this global fight against the pandemic. So what are the challenges ahead when it comes to logistics and efficacy of an indigenous vaccine?
Well, India manufactures 60% of its vaccine, and COVID vaccine is something that India will not only be manufacturing but also sending to so many countries in the world. The challenges, of course, is not only developing a vaccine but also making sure that it reaches to the last person in the line or across the world through proper cold chain mechanism, through various equipments, and that remains the key focus. So for that, India is keen on making sure that there are companies in India that locally manufacture these equipments that can provide safe transport of vaccine to many people in the country, but also across the world. So that remains the big challenge. But other than that, we know that India has been able to prove itself as the pharma headquarter of the world, the pharma capital of the world amidst the COVID pandemic. India's pharma structure is something that has been lauded before the COVID pandemic as well, and amidst COVID pandemic, India was able to prove it. So by and large, these the challenges are there, but India will be able to prove on that, given the track record of the Indian government, the Indian society, and of course the Indian pharma sector, which is something that India has been talking about all throughout the pandemic.
Right, absolutely. My final question, Siddhant. Now, we are at a crucial juncture in this pandemic. The UK has begun a rollout of the vaccine. The US is expected to follow soon. So when will Indians get their hands on a vaccine, and will the indigenous vaccine, that is Covaxin, be more favorable than other frontrunners from AstraZeneca, Pfizer and Moderna?
Well, that's a $1 million question. Everyone is in fact waiting for when India is expected to roll out, and that is something that is still not known here in India. But largely what is known is that India will be providing vaccine to the frontline workers, to the elderlies, to the healthcare workers first, and then of course other people will be getting it. But of course India's focus, as the Indian Prime Minister has highlighted during his speech at the United Nations, and of course India's Foreign Secretary and India's External Affairs Minister has talked about, will be to help neighboring countries, to countries across the world in reaching out to them through this vaccine, and that remains the top priority. We do expect that in about a month's time perhaps there will be a formal announcement on India's immunization program, India's vaccine program, because India has been working through multiple ways, whether it's local vaccine or whether it is clinical trials of many foreign vaccine, whether it is the Sputnik vaccine of Russia, or whether it's the Oxford vaccine of United Kingdom. And of course that is something that will be shown to the foreign envoys today. In fact, this is first of the many visits that is expected to start, because they are expected to go to other cities as well, Pune, Hyderabad, in few weeks time, to check out how India is working on its cold chain structure and of course the transportation structure.
Right. Siddhant, thank you so much for all your insights. We'll have to leave it there. Thank you for joining us on this broadcast.